Hey guys, it's Scarecrow. Welcome back to another Black Ops 3 mod showcase, and today we actually have Black Ops 1 weapons. I've loaded up a bunch of weapons, made some classes with it. We've even got Nuketown loaded up because that's about the only thing that Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 1 have in common. So yeah, we're gonna play it. There's a bunch of weapons to get through, so I hope you guys are comfortable. I hope you guys are ready to sit back, because this video is probably gonna be a little bit longer because I wanted to cover most of the weapons in this mod, and there's a good number of them. So yeah, I hope you guys are ready for it. But anyway, let's get this party started. Now, first of all, we're starting out with, I'm assuming that most of you guys will have played Black Ops 1. If not, well then, you're probably not gonna have much reason to watch this, aside from curiosity, but trust me, I've played a little bit of Black Ops 1, played about probably 8 or 9 hours of it, which isn't a lot considering the game came out, what, was it 2011? Somewhere around there, but I've played the game, I'm quite familiar with a few of the weapons, so I think that counts. The game is still, like, relatively alive on PC, so you can get the odd game every now and then. Anyway, first starting off with the MP5K, which is just like the stock standard, amazing, like, I love this gun. This was the gun, you know, this got me through the first prestige of Black Ops 1, no problems. Like, there wasn't many situations that I could complain about this gun, actually, and it just works so well, and it's such a smooth, it's kind of like the Kuda, but I actually like it better than the Kuda, because it rattles, it clanks around, it's more of a submachine gun. It feels more alive, the gun does, so, yeah, there's a nice little quad view there. Yeah, these bots aren't here for much of a challenge. I've just put them on to showcase the gun a little bit. So yeah, the MP5K, I'm quite excited. I think this mod is gonna have a lot of good weapons in it. And this, I never really used this piece of junk in Black Ops 1 because, well, you know the reputation from this thing. It's pretty garbage, actually. It's not very reliable. I mean, holy crap! Do you actually want to get a kill here? Thing? No. Okay. All right, moving on to the next gun. We have this. Now, this quite possibly could be my favorite gun in Black Ops 1. It's just so smooth. It's so amazing. It sounds fantastic. It's just, it's amazing. And that is, of course, the AK-74U. I loved it in COD 4. It was amazing then, and it's even more amazing now. So, yeah, it's so nice to see that it actually sounds the same. Like, I know it's not that big of a deal for it to sound the same, but trust me, when you're using the AK-74U, you want it to actually sound like that. So, yeah, I've got a silencer on it just because there wasn't a lot of attachment choices available. So, yeah, but not that Black Ops 1 actually had a lot of attachments, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly. It was a simpler time, a simpler game, but it is actually a really solid, awesome Call of Duty, and it'd be great if I could play it in its heyday, but I wasn't around back then. That was a bit before my time, so yeah, I guess revisiting the old one every now and then. I've been meaning to go back to play Black Ops 1 and do another live commentary on that, and it's been ages since I've done that, so I probably should add that to my list. But, this gun is just awesome. I kind of want to they even have the old animation of that too. And then they did have some attachments, and well, most of the attachments and the optics and the equipment is pretty faithful. The secondaries too, actually. Got that in 1911, yeah. The one thing I never liked about Black Ops 1 was the pistols. Like, they sounded cool, but they were, like, they're so tiny. They're just like little pocket pistols. Thankfully, this still sounds the same, though. Alright, we've got the pea shooter now, the Mach 11. This gun, actually, is quite interesting because statistically it's terrible, and even in-game when you're using it, it's pretty garbage. Like, there's not a lot of reason to use it alongside a lot of the other guns in Black Ops 1, but I still love it anyway. It's kind of like you're using a grease gun, it's kind of like you're using a useless piece of junk that shouldn't really get any kills, but it's so satisfying to do well with it. Like, to run around in the spawn in Nuketown just mowing people down with this thing is a lot of fun, actually. It was hard to make it viable though, just in terms of how weak the gun is, but it was still a lot of fun to use. It wasn't as useless as not the Uzi, the Scorpion. That's right. I think the Scorpion was pretty garbage if I remember correctly. Sure. But yeah, this actually living up to the hype right now. This mod, I'm quite happy with it so far. Most, like, all of the weapons mods that we've covered pretty much before have been pretty faithful, but this one I'm glad to see is not just, you know, a piece of garbage either. It's nice to see when mod developers put a lot of effort into their things, and a lot of them do it out of passion. You know, they didn't have to create this; they just added something that they wanted to see into the game. So, what secondary? I got the CZ75 on this one. I thought this gun was, no, okay. Alright, never mind. I had it in my head that this gun was a burst fire somehow, but that's entirely wrong. Yeah, the pistols in Black Ops 1 were so tiny, and they were so kind of comical actually. Now this is iconic. You can't have a Black Ops 1 weapon showcase without the AK-70. Not the AK-47. What was I gonna say there? 74. We've already done that one. Like we've really gone forward in Call of Duty when we don't have an AK anymore. Like, I was super disappointed with Infinite Warfare when they, like, I was really happy when they showed off the Volk, which is kind of like the AK of that game, but I was super disappointed when it turned out to be an energy weapon. It's just like, there has always been an AK in Call of Duty, whether it be the AK-12, AK-47, 74U, some description, there's always been an AK-47. So, of course, with Call of Duty going back to World War II, I think it is, yeah, World War II. The AK-47, I don't think was, no, it wasn't around then, the Kalashnikov. Wasn't really around back then, but still, like, it's still, they gotta have something like that again. You can't have a COD game anymore without an AK variant of some description. I don't know how they're gonna manage to sneak it in there, but as long as there's some gun that's similar in some way, I'll be happy, because I have missed using this thing. And of course, the secondary we have on this, for a classic assault rifle, we have to have a classic secondary, and that's the Python. And no, I don't have the fast reload attachment on, which is supposed to, I've seen that. It does look super sexy, but unfortunately I don't have that on. I don't think that's an option in this mod, which is like sacrilegious. Like, how can you not have the Python without speed reload? But anyway, I'm just happy enough with the guns in the game. I haven't actually used this gun very much in the multiplayer for Black Ops 1, surprisingly. I really only use the Mac 11, not the Mac 11, the M1911. Just because it's the first one and it's reliable. The Python's great, but it doesn't have quite the magazine that the other ones have. And it's just so cruel without speed reload. It takes forever. The last assault rifle for this particular part of the video, we have, of course, the Famas, the beautiful Famas. I put silencers on a lot of these weapons, and I apologize if it kind of ruins the sound for a lot of them, but for me, when I played Black Ops 1, as soon as I got the silencer, I put it on just about everything, especially Famas, the AK-47, and 74U. They're also good with silencers, so that's just what I use them with. So this sound to me right now is heaven. I love this sound. And of course, we got the classic red dot. Like this basically for me is whenever I watch, like, see pictures or screenshots or anything, this is always the side attachment that I see, and it's so nostalgic. This just reminds you of a time when Call of Duty was simpler and just all about the fun without a lot of the polluted crap that it is nowadays. And of course we have the ASP. For me, this just always reminds me of a snake, because I think an ASP is an actual snake. So, me of course being Australian, I would know that. Wow. Did I just get a collat headshot there with this thing? I don't know, that's probably actually supposed to symbolize something, but once again, a pistol I don't have very much experience in. The pistols aren't exactly my forte in Black Ops 1, my limited playtime of it. For the last two assault rifles left, I was saving this one. I know this gun has been brought into Black Ops 3 lately, but really, can it compare to the original? I don't think so. I don't think so. This little gun with its little handle off the side just, to me, like, completely signifies Black Ops 1. I miss using this gun. I miss using it with a silencer. It's so awesome. And I know that they put it in Black Ops 3, and a lot of people are nostalgic for that, but to me it's just not the same, because the chances of me getting that gun are like 0.04 or something or other, maybe even less now that there's so many weapons in the game, that I have resigned to the fact that I am never going to get this gun. So this is the closest that I'm ever going to get to the Galil in Black Ops 3, and I'll take it because nothing can beat the original. This gun, like, it's so smooth. It is just an amazing, smooth assault rifle that not many can compete with, and it's just a classic to me. I just love it. I just love it. I love the sound that it makes, the reload animation. Holy crap, there was another one. Quad feed, yay. I'm so good at this game. It helps with most of them seem to be meleeing. And of course, for the last assault rifle, we have the M16. Another gun that is also in Black Ops 3, but again, to me, it's like you can bring a gun back, but it's never going to be as good, or as fun, or as classic as the original. And where the heck was he? Using a Dragunov. They're gone. I've actually done a video with the M16 on my channel, and that was a ton of fun. I think it was very similar to this class setup too. one of the obviously not as good as the M16 in COD 4, but still a very, very respectable addition to the assault rifles in this game. I don't think we'll ever have an M16 as good as COD 4, and I am actually quite thankful for that, because that gun nearly single-handedly breaks that game. Of course, I have to have a shotgun in there to appease you guys and show you guys what the shotguns are like. I didn't really use shotguns much in Black Ops 1. I really didn't, just because like the other guns are just too much fun. When you're playing a game that has as many fun, like actually genuinely fun games as Black Ops 1, why would you be using a shotgun? And it just, well, anyway, we're using the stakeout. I chose out of all of the weapons, like I could have chose the Olympia, but I chose the stakeout just because I think it's pretty signature for Black Ops 1, and it's a powerful one hit. And the Olympia just, to me, it looks pretty, but yeah, that's about it. Shredding with this thing right now. It really helps it, of course, that they're all meleeing. I love that. For the sake of looking at the LMGs, I just chose one of the middle ground ones. Nothing too amazing or special. But then again, the LMGs never really impressed me that much in Black Ops 1. We had the RPK, and then we had the Stoner, and there was one more. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, to me they almost weren't LMGs. They were kind of just like really big assault rifles. Their magazines were not huge or anything like that. It did take ages to reload, of course, but the only time I ever used an LMG was on the default classes when I was taking out score streaks. And I'm actually kind of, I'm a little disappointed that there's none of the original launchers besides the China Lake in this game. Although I was looking forward to using, what was the name of that? The simple lock-on launcher. That one was a ton of fun. Anyway, you can't get everything you want. I mean, if a launcher is about the only thing that they left out of this mod, well then I'll be happy with that. So here you guys go. A little of LMG action. And of course, to round out the weapons mod for Black Ops 1, we have a sniper rifle, and it has to be the L96. The very weird L96. It's one thing I never really was comfortable with sniping in Black Ops 1, and I don't actually have a lot of experience with it, is the scoping animation. It looks sexy as hell, but it's really unsettling. You have to kind of allow yourself time to adjust to it, just because of that scoping animation. But yeah, the L96, awesome sniper rifle. The cock animation is just so awesome when you fire a shot. I've already covered this weapon several times in, what was it, the last sniper rifle mod video that I did, which was awesome. That had a pretty faithful L96 in it, so yeah. Just making these using these guns again is just, it's so awesome. It makes me look forward to what Sledgehammer Games is bringing out next year. We're gonna have a new set of guns to learn. A new set of, basically just a new Call of Duty, and I'm hoping that we get some signature guns out of it. Just some real classics that we can look back on in a few years' time and just go, oh, that gun was so good. And I'm just gonna see if we can... Ah, come on, it's the combat axe. You can't do that to me. I want to get a combat axe kill. Come on, you come here. There we go. Ah, rip. Did he have a grenade? No, someone else dropped a grenade. One of my fondest memories from Black Ops 1, obviously not during the OG time period back in 2011. I was barely playing video games back then, let alone playing Black Ops 1. But one of my actually fondest memories of Black Ops 1 is actually watching Tomahawk montages, watching Vicstar123 with his Tomahawk montages. That was just so much fun. And they were so crazy too, the shots that they landed. It's a pity that it's not really viable anymore. Like, you try and use the combat axe in Black Ops 3 and it just sucks compared to this thing. Like, quad feeds with this thing, just insane. The bank shots and stuff, which technically can still happen, but just like they nerfed it to oblivion. Alrighty guys, I think that is going to wrap it up for this Black Ops 1 weapons mod. This was actually really good. It recreated a lot of the weapons really well. A lot of the signature sounds were there as well, even with the silencers, which is always nice to see. And I was quite happy. There was quite a large amount to choose from. This was probably about 3/4 of the weapons. There's still a few of the assault rifles that I didn't cover, but I got through most of them. So if you guys would like to check out the mod, as always, the download is in the description for you guys if you want to check it out on Steam. if you have a copy of Black Ops 3 PC lying around and you think this would be interesting for you, or if you simply just sparked your interest in going back to play a little bit of Black Ops 1 again, which it certainly has. I will probably be doing a Black Ops 1 video sometime soon. I think that'll be a really cool thing to do. For my next mod video, I think I'll be doing a zombies map. I've been looking at it and there's just too many to not do it. There's so many awesome ones that have piqued my interest and new ones coming like every week, so I'm really tempted and I think I've given into that. So next mod video, I can't say when, will probably be a zombies video. Keep in mind, I'm a complete and utter noob with zombies. I don't play it really ever. I played a little bit of the original vanilla maps here in Black Ops 3 when the game launched, and other than that I have very little experience with it, but zombies is always a little bit of fun to waste some time in, so I hope you guys are sticking around for that. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more, and I shall see you beautiful people in the next video.